And then I have such an amazing book for you, The Gruffalo's Child. And it's going to be really, really, really amazing. After all, the big bad mouse doesn't exist, does he? Does he? Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's find out. The Gruffalo's Child. Okay, let's do this. Ready? Okay. The Gruffalo said that no Gruffalo should ever set foot in the deep dark wood. Why not? Why not? Because if you do, the big bad mouse will be after you. I met him once, said the Gruffalo. I met him a long, long time ago. What does he look like? Tell us, Dad. Is he terribly big and terribly bad? They are in the forest where the big bad mouse lives. There's a big bad mouse that lives, and then again, big Gruffalo, Papa Gruffalo is really assuring baby Gruffalo that do not set foot on the deep dark forest. Let's see what happens. I can't quite remember, the Gruffalo said. Then he thought for a minute and scratched his head. The big bad mouse is terribly strong, and his scaly tail is terribly wrong. His eyes are like pools of terrible fire, and his terrible whiskers are tougher than wire. Guys, scary mouse lives in the deep dark forest, guys, and he is terribly strong and terribly long, guys. He's scary. One snowy night, when the Gruffalo snored, the Gruffalo's child was feeling bored. The Gruffalo's child was feeling brave, so she tiptoed out of the Gruffalo cave. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. Into the wood went the Gruffalo's child. Now, despite his dad's warning, guys, a baby Gruffalo is feeling really brave and really feeling bored and brave, and she's off to set foot in the deep dark forest to see a big bad mouse. That doesn't look good. Guys. Aha! Oh ho! A trail in the snow. Whose is this trail and where does it go? A tail poked out of a log pile house. Could this be the tail of the big bad mouse? Guys, as she's exploring in the darkness, in the wild, there's a tail that appeared out of the log. It looks like a tail of a snake. It doesn't look like a big bad mouse. Let's see whose that is. Well, it's a snake. Out slid a creature. His eyes were small, and he didn't have whiskers. No, none at all. You're not the mouse? Not I, said the snake. He's down by the lake, eating Gruffalo cake. Oh, guys, that was the snake. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said the Gruffalo's child. Now, guys, he's never experienced a big bad mouse. He's never experienced fear, so he's feeling brave, and he's set out to explore the forest in the deep dark wood. Aha! Oh, marks in the snow. Whose are these claws marks? Where do they go? Two eyes gleamed out of the treetop house. Could these be the eyes of the big bad mouse? Guys, well, it looks like an owl. Let's see what happens. Down flew the creature. His tail was short, and he didn't have whiskers of any sort. You're not the mouse? No, not I, but he's somewhere nearby, eating Gruffalo pie. Okay, guys, that's the owl. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said the Gruffalo's child. Now, guys, he's meeting all those creatures, and it turns out they all know the big bad mouse, and they all know where it lives. But then again, he is feeling so brave, and he's out there exploring. Well, that is really brave of him in the darkness. Wow. Aha! Oh, a track in the snow. Whose is this track and where does it go? Whiskers at last! Whiskers and Dan! Underground house! Could this be the home of the big bad mouse? Guys, is this it? Is this him? Big bad mouse? Okay, guys, there are whiskers. It's red. Okay, guys, and he seems awfully brave. Oh, no. Let's see this. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Out slunk the creature. His eyes were in fury, his tails were in scaly, and his whiskers went wearily. You're not the mouse? Oh no, not me. He's under a tree drinking Gruffalo tea. Guys, it's a mask. It's all a trick, said the Gruffalo's child as she sat on a stump with the snow sleigh piled. I don't believe in the big bad mouse. Guys, she doesn't believe in the big bad mouse, guys. He's yet exploring the woods in the darkness, deep down woods, and she's not scared. And she has met all these creatures, and they all warned her about big bad mouse. But here comes a little one out of his house. Not big, not bad, but a mouse at least. You'll taste good as a midnight feast. Oh, guys, we'll meet a mousey. Well, he doesn't look big and doesn't look bad. He looks cute, but it's a mouse. Well, is he the big bad mouse? Well, let's find out. Wait, said the mouse. Before you eat, there's a friend of mine that you ought to meet. If you let me hop into a hazel twig, I'll beckon my friend so back and big. Guys, it looks like she has a friend. She has a friend. The Gruffalo's child unclenched her fist. The big bad mouse. So he does exist? The mouse hopped into the hazel tree. He beckoned and then said, just wait and see. Okay, guys. Well, I think there's another big mouse there. And I think the legends are all true. The myths are all true. There is big mad mouse and that does exist. Let's find out. Out came the wound. It was bright and round. A terrible shadow fell onto the ground. Guys, whoa! The shadow's huge. The whisker's huge. And that's big. And that's big. As you can see, guys, and there's someone else making the shadow, but it doesn't matter. The shadow is huge. Who is this creature so big, bad, and strong? His tail and his whiskers are terribly wrong. His eyes are enormous, and over his shoulder he carries a nut as big as a boulder. Now, guys, well, that's a big shadow, and that is carrying a tail. Tails off Mr. Gruffalo here, and he is very, very scared. She is very, very scared. Okay, guys, let's find out. The big bad mouse! Yelled Gruffalo's child, and a mouse jumped round from the twig and smiled. Oh, guys, see, it's a cute little clever one. Aha, oh, print in the snow. Whose are those prints, and where do they go? Okay, guys, where do they go? The footprints led to the Gruffalo crib, where the Gruffalo's child was lit. A bit less brave, the Gruffalo's child was a bit less bored. And Gruffalo snored and snored and snored. Now, guys, she finally met the big bad mouse. She saw it herself. Now she is scared. Now she's going to remember what her papa said. And now she's never going to set foot in the wild, wild world and wild, wild wood. And look at this mousey. She is so clever. This mousey is so clever. He really scared the tails off Mr. Gruffalo here. Look at that. Shadow is huge and Shadow is strong, and that is so clever of him. The Gruffalo's child, guys, he is very, very well. She is very, very brave. She set out to explore the wilderness in the dark, and well, she didn't obey her papa, but then again, that was very, 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 very unsafe. But then again, she met all those creatures, and well, she even met the mouse, but now she learned her lesson, and she's back in the cave with her papa. Now she's never going to set foot alone ever, because that is very, very dangerous, and that is very, very scary. And then that is very, very sweet. That is very, very sweet. Well, but one wild and windy night, the Gruffalo's child ignores her father's warning. And after all, the big bad mouse doesn't really exist, does he? Well, it does exist. It does exist if you are in the deep dark woods alone. So you never, never, never go out alone without your parents, without your papa. Well, that's what it is.